So, back during the same time period, this is 2003 again. So back to the shirt and khakis and all that. This was in Indiana, right? And I grew up in this town called Anderson, which is kind of a small town. And I went to a place called Anderson University, which is definitely a small little school. And unlike Boston, where today, for example, like we drive into town and there are like 10 gigantic things happening, and there are just barricades everywhere. That doesn't really happen. I think we have like 5 barricades for the whole town, you know, and we use those on 4th of July, you know, and then they sit in someone's backyard, I suppose. I don't know, the mayor, I don't know these details. But there's not exactly a lot of stuff to do in this town, right? So going to school there, one thing that we would do at Anderson University is we would do these things called roommate dates. We called them roommate dates. I don't know if we invented this. Maybe it happens at Berklee or Harvard. I'm assuming all of you go to Harvard or Berklee. But what we would do is basically a blind date, but it's so much more. It's a blind date where, like, if we're roommates, I would ask somebody for you, and you would ask somebody for me, and then not only would the 4 of us go out, but the entire floor of our dorm would do the same thing, and so you have like 200 people all awkwardly going out on a gigantic blind date together. And we would do one of 2 things. For some reason, I don't know why, we would either go bowling, or we would go, that was kind of the cheaper option, or if you wanted to go high dollar, we went ice skating. Those were the 2 things. I don't know, no, we would never do both, ever. No one ever did both. But so it was my junior year, 2003, and I found myself and 4 other guys living in this amazing house in downtown Anderson. And it was actually my piano professor's house, who went on sabbatical, and I have no idea what he was thinking or why he did this, but he let me and 4 other guys live in his house while he was like living in Europe for a year. And he charged us a lot of money. We paid a lot of money in rent. So it was $300. And so therefore, we didn't have a lot of money to go do things like bowling or ice skating. But we wanted to have our own roommate date in this house, you know, because this house was beautiful. It had like old Victorian furniture. He had like 3 grand pianos in the house, like antique grand pianos. It was amazing. It looked like a museum, and then 5 like dirty college guys came in and lived there for a year. So before we dirtied it all up, early in the year, we were like, let's have a roommate date. We'll invite girls and we'll just bring them over to the house. We'll just eat food at the house. And that's how romantic we were. And so the girl that my roommates asked for me was this girl who I had known of and had a crush on for like 9 years, right? So she lived in Anderson. She went to the same high school as me, but she was 2 years older than me. And that's not a big deal, you know, unless you're in high school and you're a freshman and she's a junior. I mean, that's like, she's like, I don't know, like the editor of the school newspaper or something like that. I'm trying to put this into like academic terms for where we are right now. And I'm like the kid who, like, you know, the kid who like they won't let into the school, but he keeps coming and trying. I'm like that kid's like little brother or something like that. You know? That's just the hierarchy for you. But so this is 9 years later, but still I have that ingrained in my mind. Like she's untouchable. And I walk down the stairs to like, you know, start this date. The girls just got there, and she's there for me. Like she is my date, and I'm thinking, what? There must have been some kind of miscommunication, like some like paperwork didn't get filed right or something. And she's here, and she's putting on a brave face, but she's like, what am I doing? The kid who can't get into Berklee's little brother. Why am I here with him? You know. But we have, well, I have the most amazing night of my life. It's like that. Those next 3 hours to me were amazing. It was like the conversation was great. I felt like I had a couple good jokes, you know, and we danced. We put on like Frank Sinatra and we all danced. Like it was very, very high class. It wasn't like ice skating level, but it was classy. And the guys and I, we agreed, like, no matter what, no matter how bad the night is going, or no matter how good the night is going, at midnight, in true Disney fashion, we're all going to drive the girls home at midnight, and then we're going to come back and we'll hang out. And, so midnight hits, and I'm driving her home. I drop her off, and I'm driving back to the house, and I have like a physical like pain in my chest, because the rest of my life is ruined now. It's only darkness for the rest of my life. I'm like 21 years old, and I have so much potential, and it's all ruined now because this girl that I was madly in love with before the date started, before I even knew she was going to be on the date, and I was going to actually speak to her in person. And now after this date, it's even worse, and I know she'll never go from me. And so I went back to the house. We hung out for a little bit, and then at the end of the night, I walked down the street to this practice room that I would go and play at. And I wrote this song out of my, personal pain and anguish.